In this episode, we're going to take a look at another budget brand right here on the Tequila Hombre. Coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today we're going to be taking a look at another budget brand. And today's budget brand we're going to feature is called Espanita. It is a budget brand that we're going to talk about. I'll do a tasting review, give you some information on how it's produced. And of course, all of these reviews that I do are unpaid, unbiased, 100% completely honest reviews. So let's not waste any more time. Let's talk about how this tequila is made. All right, Espanita is made out of NOM 1467, located in the highlands of Jalisco. They use ripe cooked agave between 8 to 10 years old for this particular tequila. After they harvest the agave, they then cook them in brick hornos for up to 72 hours to make sure they convert all those beautiful starches into sugars and get them ready to be turned into tequila. So after they are done cooking the agave, they then crush the agave fibers in a roller mill to extract the beautiful sugars from the agave fibers. And then it is fermented in stainless steel tanks using a proprietary yeast strain. Once fermentation is complete, then it is twice distilled using copper pot stills, and then bottled at 40% alcohol by volume for the Blanco, and then the rest is placed in barrels where it is aged appropriately for the expression they're looking to make. Now, when we get into the Reposado and the Añejo, I will go over the aging of those separately. So right now, let's get into the tasting portion and see what the Blanco is all about. All right, so we'll start with the Blanco, of course. So we'll pour a little Blanco in the glass. And let's take a look. Looking at the Blanco in the glass, it coats the glass beautifully. You can see the nice legs and tears forming on the glass. So it's kind of a nice viscous, oily mouthfeel to it. Looking at the tequila itself, it's crystal clear. Looks beautiful. All right, so let's see what we get on the nose on this. Really nice, beautiful cooked agave notes coming through. Definitely picking up some cinnamon and baking spices. Little hint of citrus on the nose as well. Some nice little vanilla notes. It's more of a sweet, fruity nose to me. But it smells great. It smells like it's going to be delicious. All right, so let's see what we get on the flavor profile. Coats the mouth beautifully. Really nice sweet cinnamon and baking spice cooked agave notes up front. Really easy to drink. No burn, or as you guys would say, smooth. It coats the tongue very nicely, has a nice viscous mouthfeel to it. And the finish is kind of a medium finish. A sweet cinnamon and baking spices note stays on the tongue throughout the palate. A little hint of anise bitterness in there, but not a whole lot. It just kind of balances out the sweetness. This is a really nice Blanco, and for $30, it's a very good budget brand. So I definitely recommend the Blanco. It's easy sipping, easy to drink, would make great cocktails as well as be a nice sipper. I could definitely enjoy this with a nice stogie while watching football or sports on TV and relaxing. Definitely enjoyable. So I recommend Espanita, at least the Blanco so far, but let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the Repo and see what the Repo is all about. All right, so the Blanco can be found all over. I'll dump a bunch of different liquor stores and stuff all over for around $33, which is not bad for that good quality of a Blanco. I definitely would recommend it. We have it in ferment and still, I think, for $33.99 a bottle. So if you want to purchase it online, you can buy it at ferment and still. But it's available at a bunch of other stores too, not just at ferment and still. So next we're going to do the Repo, and the Repo is like around $35, $36. At the prices that I've seen, you can probably find it all over for different prices too. Now this Repo, it's basically the Blanco that's been aged in American oak barrels that have been toasted. Now I particularly like toasted barrels a little more than I like charred barrels, in that the charred tends to introduce some smoke or burnt flavors into it occasionally. And it also filters out some of the flavors that you like, because when you char inside of a barrel, it acts as like carbon filtering. So with toasted, you get a lot more of the beautiful compounds from the wood showing up, a little more rounded flavor profile is what I find, and I like that. I like that a lot better. There's some really good brands out there that use toasted barrels, and I really seem to prefer toasting of the barrels over charring. All right, so let's look at this in the glass. Coats the glass beautifully. Now this is rested in toasted American oak barrels for around 6 months. So it's got a nice, look at the legs and tiers on it, beautiful. So it's got a nice oily, viscous mouthfeel to it. Looking at the tequila itself, it is a light, like straw, hay type of color to it. Looks beautiful, crystal clear, no floaties in it or anything. Looks amazing. All right, let's see what we get on the nose on this. Definitely some really nice cooked agave notes still present up in the front, which I like to see on an aged tequila. Agave's king, so you want to have your agave presence on the nose as well as on the flavor. Little hints of vanilla in there, some like ripe fruit like apricot as well. Little hint of caramel and some chocolate notes in there as well. It smells really nice. It smells beautiful. All right, so let's see what we get on the flavor profile. Coats the mouth beautifully. Nice, viscous, oily mouthfeel to it. Definitely lots of cooked agave still up front, which is beautiful. Little hint of caramel and vanilla coming through. Little light barrel influence, which is what I like for a good reposado. Extremely easy to drink, no burn, really nice. You can sip this all day. I can definitely enjoy this with a nice mild stogie as well to complement this flavor profile. It's really good. I like this. There's nothing wrong with this at all, which makes this another great budget option. If you're looking for low-priced quality budget tequila, this would fit the bill. I really enjoy this reposado. All right, so let's not waste any more time though. Let's jump into Añejo and see what that one's all about. All right, so now we're gonna dive into the Añejo. Now this also uses toasted American oak barrels, and this is aged for around 18 months in a toasted American oak barrel. So I'm expecting to have a nice barrel influence on it, some nice oils from the wood. It's should be fairly nice. Now, just so everybody knows too, and to be completely honest, as I am in all my reviews, these bottles were not provided by the brand for this review. I purchased these with my own money to do this review. So this, again, is a 100% unbiased, honest review because I did spend my money on it, and I do not accept money for reviews. That is one of the things that we always do here at Tequila Hombre, is we never accept money for reviews. All of our reviews are unbiased. We tell you how it is, what we think, whether the brands like it or not, but typically if a brand does not believe in their product, they won't send it for review. All right, so let's take a look at this one in the glass. Coats the glass beautifully. Look at the legs and tiers on that. Looks amazing. So this one's also going to have, just like the other ones, a nice viscous mouthfeel to it. And then looking at the tequila itself, it's got a light amber color to it. Looks beautiful, nothing floating in it or anything like that. Looks amazing. And again, we taste with our eyes, our nose, and our mouth. So let's see what we get on the nose on this. Still getting that beautiful, nice, sweet cinnamon and baking spices coming through from the cooked agave on the front. And then it's getting more of like a deeper, sweet dried apricot note that comes through. Hint of cherry. Definitely some vanilla and caramel coming through on the nose. Little hint of dark chocolate as well. It smells really good. And this one, the pricing I had for this one was like $38.99 for the Añejo, which is a great price for the Añejo. I'm not sure what other stores are selling it for, but that's a really nice budget brand if it comes through on the flavors. Let's see what the flavor profile is like. The nose smells incredible. Coats the mouth beautifully, nice, silky, smooth, oily mouthfeel. Cinnamon and baking spices up front, followed by a nice vanilla note, a hint of like sweet cherry coming through, and on like a ripe apricot as well. Some like ripe dried fruit, really nice on the flavor profile. And then a hint of caramel on the finish, and then a little tiny bit of dark chocolate mixed in there as well. And the sweet cinnamon and caramel notes sit on the tongue for a little while for the finish, which leaves you wanting to take another sip, which is what I'm going to do. Yeah, it's a really nice añejo. I do recommend this one. If you're an añejo drinker, you're going to love this. This will pair nicely with a nice medium-bodied stogie. Something also you can sip on a Saturday afternoon while watching sports, baseball or football or whatever your sport, ice hockey, whatever your sport is. You can definitely enjoy this with a good cigar and sip it for a while. It's definitely smooth. I hate using that term, but it doesn't burn at all. It's really easy to drink, has beautiful flavor profile. I definitely recommend it, especially at this price. It's an incredible deal at $38.99 for an añejo like this. So there you go. There's my review of Espanita. It's a really good budget brand. I recommend it if you're looking for something that's really good flavor profile. I would put this up with some of the ones that are more expensive, definitely in quality. No additives in this. The complexity of the spirit in the Repo and the Blanco, the complexity of the flavor profile will basically tell you that they don't use additives. This is all natural, beautiful tequila, and I recommend it. So I'm going to give this whole brand a solid 4 agave for the beautiful flavor profile and stuff that it has and the amazing price point that it's at. And if you pick it up and try it, we'd love to have you comment below and let me know what you think. Well, there you go. If you like the information I provided in this video, make sure you click the thumbs up and give me a like for the information. If you're new to the channel, bienvenido, welcome. Make sure you click that subscribe button right there and the notification bell next to it. And become part of the Tequila Hombre community here, where you'll get the best unbiased, unpaid for reviews of tequila and agave spirits on the internet and social media. And you'll also get notified every time we post a new review or new informational videos where we try to educate you and give you the power to pick the tequilas that you're looking for as far as flavors go and quality. And until next time, like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila. So if you wanted to pick up Espanita as a budget option, I highly recommend it. Salud. Bye, guys.